Okay, I went live. I just don't know where I'm at. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that weird? I'm live, but I don't know where. On YouTube. Okay. All right, let me change this title. That's not the right title for this. Well, how long title this is? Kenwood audio connection to mixer board. All right. I don't really have a description, but let's save this. I don't know if I can change this photo. Create a thumbnail. Yeah, let's change that. So go to pictures. I don't know where I'm going here. Ham radio. And there's the photograph. That's a good one. That's good enough. Let's save it. I'm doing this on the fly. So I have a Kenwood 570D, and you may be able to see that. And I run the receive or the audio, now I want to sneeze, over to a mixer board over here to my right. Excuse me. Thank you. Over to my mixer board. And the only issue is you can hear the receive, and when I key up, you hear that little rumbling noise. I guess now if I'm listening to a video, it gets worse. I'm watching something here on the computer. Check one, check two, check, check, check. So I can pull that back, but still, each time I key up. So I was just wondering if anyone else had this issue going on. Write in the comments what you think is the cure for this. It's not a big issue. Only when I key up, you hear the noise, but uh, that has to do something with either the cord or the mixer. Because if I just listen to the radio, the speaker on the radio, if I disconnect the cord out the back and just listen to the speaker to come with the Kenwood, I don't get that. I don't get that. So I do like the convenience of the mixer. I'm mixing. I have three channels I use: one for the computer, one for my Zello. I do Zello over here, Zello, and I can control the volume on that, and I can control the volume on the receive on this radio here. And so just let me know. I'm doing a video on here to see if anyone has any idea. Now, what I want to do with this, I'm not in the room, so I need to do this, and I may be able to change that somewhere down the road. Here's a mixer set up. Beginner's guide. Okay. So let me do this. This. Let's go over here to Yankee Oscar and leave a link here. Let's just leave a link here. And what will I entitle this? Kenwood audio connector to mix it around. Let's put issue and copy that and put it on the Facebook page. So I have two places where I may be able to get an answer. I may be able to get a response. I'm sure someone else tried it and the same thing happened. It was just a matter of them seeing this and being able to respond. Edit. Facebook is checking something here. Okay, let's save that. All right. Kenwood audio connection to mixer board. And that. See how that works out. But I am live. I seem to work. Get rid of that. I'm also looking at PTZ cameras. Personally and for our church. NDI. That's something I haven't got into. It's probably long overdue. NDI at our church. I'm going to have to install that. But I really haven't done any research on NDI, so I have to catch up. But there's one camera. I really like it. I like what they're saying about it. It's from Malco, NDI PTZ camera with auto tracking. The auto tracking is very, very cool, but it's not the number one thing I'm after. One, I like the PTZ, the fact that tilt, zoom, and especially set presets. So we have two cameras now. This could be possibly a third with presets. And that'll free up the other two cameras to do something different. Or, and with NDI, that would definitely free, because we're using one camera just to, it is locked onto a monitor. And so online, you can see anything that comes up on the monitor, like scripture, words to a song. And we're using that camera for that purpose. With a PTZ camera, we can free up that other camera, and this can be a preset. So when we have announcements, that camera can pan over to the announcements. When the singers come out, now that same camera can pan over to the singers, just by a preset. No one has to stand there and hold on to a handle and move the camera around and try to get it right. just boom, preset. It can be preset 2, or 3 can be a shot of the band. If we don't have a wide enough shot, all those things. That PTZ can solve a lot of problems, or a lot of, I don't want to say issues. That we don't look at the problem, but it can simplify a stream. It can make a stream a lot easier, a lot simpler. So anyway, but getting back to this Kenwood, I really enjoy my Kenwood 570. I hear some of the ham operators say this is an old radio and that. Uh, and the way I look at it, this is probably the best radio. Coming out of the CB world, 11 meter world, this is the best radio I've ever owned. Um, there's so many features that are in here, and so you can just imagine what the newer ones would be. The one thing that can improve what I have, and I'm satisfied with this radio, but the one thing, maybe the 590 or something in there, in that range, is to be able to connect it to the computer. And then we have all the software to run the radio from the computer. I guess I would have waterfall and those things. I can be able to see it. And for some people, for ham guys who've been in ham for a long time, that's not something they're interested. For me, who comes from the computer world, technology, that would be right up my alley, because I can just do everything I want to do right from a screen, menu and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So hopefully you're able to watch this. Let me see. Yeah, I'm watching it live. I'm not hearing anything. I barely can hear myself. Why is that? My volume is very low. Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Hmm. Okay, well, I got that out the background. Does that help? Okay, well, I got that out the background. Does that help? That made a big difference. That made a big difference. Okay, it wants to do that looping thing. So I hope you heard some of that. So I hope you heard some of that. Good. I'm being able to cut down the latency too. Good. I'm being able to cut down the latency. Let's see if I can level this camera. I don't know why that seems to be. Why isn't it level? I don't know why that seems to be. Why isn't it level? This table must be. The floor must not be level. This table must be. The floor must not be level. Oh, is that better? Oh, is that better? Looks like I went the other way. Looks like I went the other way. Okay, So this camera I'm using is called the EMET Pixie,
So this camera I'm using is called
EMEET Pixie. It's a wireless. I like this thing. It just doesn't have the zoom that is usable. One of the things I do on the side, I'm retired, but I've been asked to go to funerals and stream there for families. Their family members can't come in town or they just can't be there at the funeral. But we stream it, put it on the funeral home's Facebook site for them. And I've been using several cameras. One from my church, and I just decided to get my own, and that way I don't have to be fooling around connecting, disconnecting. I bought a Panasonic G7, and it's a little complicated for my liking. It's not that it's a bad camera, it's just I'm not getting the zoom that I really want on it. Last time I did one, the close-ups were too close. I was like 3 rows from the front, and everybody seemed like they were on top of the camera. I know that has something to do with my inexperience. But I didn't have that problem with the first camera. The first camera, what was that? A Sony. Sony Cam. And that, I tell you what, that's a very good camera. I was really happy with it. But they're expensive. I like this camera here, this little Pixie, because it's wireless. So I can put this on a stand and wireless work this right into a laptop. Just plug it in, and then from the laptop I can go online and stream right out to where I need to go. And all I need is internet. And push come to shove, I use my phone as a hub, and I've had to do that. Not really interested in doing that, but sometimes you go places and they don't have internet, or maybe they don't want you to use their internet. So I'm watching. What am I watching? I don't know why I get satisfaction out of this. There's a few things on YouTube. YouTube is a great idea, but sometimes you get satisfaction out of just watching some of these videos. These construction videos, most of them are in another country, and how these guys just using a bulldozer. Why? Sometimes I can sit here, maybe for a half hour, and just watch that video. I don't know. Evidently, they get a lot of likes, so I guess I'm not the only one. But yeah, this doesn't have presets on it, does it? No, it does not. So I'm moving this camera around with the app that comes with the phone, through the phone app. Okay, so there I am back at the radio. Let's try the zoom here. And there, the zoom in. It's not bad. Now let's see if I can center that radio a little bit. How's that look? Yeah, maybe one more. On the phone, it looks clear. It doesn't look as clear on my monitor. I'm just standing by on 615. Here's 38. Oh, that's 37. Went a little bit too far. Hear that noise? That's the noise I'm talking about when you key up. That it eventually goes away. Chat. 1, 2. CQ. Yankee Oscar 24. Standing by. Now that crackling noise is on the radio. I don't know if that's going to overpower this microphone. Check 1. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't bear with my voice. That's what I'm checking to see. So, just doing some experimenting, learning more about this. And when you do these streams or podcasts or whatever you want to call them, sometimes you have to just get in here and do it. Take a look, correct what's right or wrong here. Let me cut this off so I'm not hearing myself. I know it's getting out on the internet. But this looks good. Let's say I'm pleased with this. Pretty quiet this evening out here on Channel 38. Hello. The other thing is interesting about this camera, it's a webcam, but it tilts, shoots. This one has the bigger base. There's some with a smaller base. This one has a bigger base to it. And one of the benefits, another benefit of this, say you're out outside somewhere remote. This has a battery, 8-hour battery. You combine that with Wi-Fi, 8-hour battery. You know, you have your phone, you can broadcast, and I'm broadcasting from the phone. And so what I did is I sent it to one of the YouTube channels, and then I just took a link from YouTube and put it on Facebook. And so it looks like I'm broadcasting to Facebook, but I'm doing it through YouTube. Now, I'm sure I can go to Facebook and do it through Facebook. I just haven't set it up that way yet. I've had this maybe a month, and so I'm experimenting with it, trying to find out what I can do, what I can do. But again, if you're outdoors, you see the possibilities with a little camera like this. You know, put it on a tripod, and you know, you can take shots, leave the tripod, just walk around with your phone. I don't know what distance you get, but I imagine you can get, you know, something reasonable. And watch your shot right on the phone. You do your point tilt. Also, you do your zoom. And you're looking at a little bit of zoom now. So let me zoom back out. That's all the way out right there. And so there is no switcher box because I only have one camera. but I'm plugged into my computer by way of a hub. So if you have a laptop, or again, as a matter of fact, I don't think I have to be plugged in, do I? What would happen if I unplug this? Because all it's doing right now is charging. Right. I'm talking about it, but I wasn't doing it. So literally, I am not plugged to the computer. It's just a camera sitting on the desk, the glass desk you see there, and the phone is in my hand. And so I'm operating this device by Wi-Fi, and also the app allows me to go out to Facebook and hook up to the sites that I have previously set up. So that's pretty cool. That's real cool. And that gives you the freedom. The only thing I would need is a tripod if I was outside, filming a picnic event or whatever you want to film, and just use your phone. Once you get your shot, um, I'm now with that other camera that I mentioned earlier. What is it, the Formaco? I think that's how that's pronounced. With that camera, it has a 20x zoom. I think they make one with even a 30x. Uh, I think I can get by for the money. I can get by with a 20x if I decide to go in that direction. But it has all the connections in there. Now, if that has Wi-Fi and it operates just like this, that'd be the camera to have. Because I can do the same, operate it from either a remote or operate it from my camera and go to the website, and then now uh, at a ceremony, a funeral ceremony, you have people coming in and you have people walking up front. Traditionally, the um, the services that I've been to, I can catch the people coming in as the family is being brought in. Um, Normally, the pastor will lead them in. That'd be good to catch. I normally start an hour before the actual service starts. That hour is for people to come and visit. They come early, and again, there's just several different shots that you can get during those times. Close up of the deceased. And some people say, "Why would you want them?" Well, people who couldn't be there would like. I know for a fact they would like to see it because if they're there, they go view the body, then talk to the family, and that type of thing. They like to see the casket set up, the flowers, and different things like that. That's one of the purposes of doing that. Some people may not be into that, but be surprised. A lot of people are. The funeral company, that's what they want from me, to give them those different angles. And I try to provide that for them, for their customer. But that's what they want. With a tilt, pan and tilt, with a good zoom, you can do a lot. Instead of me getting up or actually physically moving the camera around on a tripod, now I can just do all that work right from the camera, right from my phone actually, by just moving it around. Let me demonstrate some of that too. I don't know if I've done that. So let me move my microphone out the way. Put that over here. So I have two screens. Let's look at the other screen here. I'm gonna go here. There's the other screen. There's the mixer board. There's my tablet. So let's get a zoom in on that. I should just save this for another video. Is that out the way? I see the zoom isn't bad, but I'm probably within hand to reach of all this. Because up high you can get a better shot of the mixer. And there's a tablet I use for Zello. And it does a pretty good job as far as quality. But again, in that situation I'm saying at a service, a funeral service, I can pan. Now this camera is not giving me presets, but still, it's a lot easier to move this camera from a device like a phone or a tablet instead of having to stand up and grabbing the arm there on the camera and move it around. And again, with the other one, this is the EMET, and then for Michael, all I have to do is set presets, and I probably only need 3, but I can set, I think it may be to set 4. I don't know how many presets you can have. You just hit one number, and the camera automatically smoothly goes over to that preset, that shot, and there you are. And usually at those events, you have people singing, you have people who are going to do some announcing, family like to get up and do remarks. And so now you can catch presets. If they move from either side of the podium, and you can catch that. And all of that, those presets in there, man, hit one button, smoothly go over. And that's a beautiful thing. Now this is with my phone. Probably can do it with a tablet. I would love to do this with a tablet. So what I can do, usually I'm sitting in the back or in one of the pews next to the wall where there's an electric outlet. But with a tablet with a case, I do this at my church. I throw the case over the top of the pew, and the the tablet hangs over on my side. It's just like it's built for that. And I can adjust it, and I work my sound system from the tablet. Right now, I'm coming off of cancer, and cancer is gone, praise God. But the medicine used kind of wrecked my body a little bit, so it's hard for me to stand for a long period of time. So I sit in the pew, and I can do the sound right from my tablet, of a software app called Mixing Station, which I highly recommend. If you have a digital board, I really highly recommend Mixing Station. But again, I can do the same for this here. But you know what? I don't think they make software for Android, so that's the only thing. This company, they don't have software for the Android as of yet. I have to check that. Yes, they do, because I'm using my phone. What am I talking about? Yeah, because I have it here on my phone. So there you are. And that'll free up my phone too if I need to do anything else with the phone during the service. Usually I don't. I have the volume down, but you never know. Maybe want to take some pictures or a video with the phone while I'm doing the main video. But right now I'm just thinking out loud. Leave some comments. If you have any comments about what you see, I'm going to like my own video, so I got at least one like. Again, we started out, what this is about is that noise I don't know if you can hear that when I key up. I'm wondering what that was all about. And again, what I'm doing is I'm running my audio through the mixer board. It's coming out the back, a quarter, I think it's quarter inch or eighth inch out the back, going over to my mixer, Behringer mixer, analog mixer going in quarter inch, two rings. It sounds good to me. Just when I, plus I have a speaker right here next to the mic. I wonder if that has anything to do with it that I'm listening to. If you have any comments, please leave them. I really appreciate it on this, either one, the camera or the radio, especially the radio. $25 down below. If I go up above, it's quiet there. Channel 61. All right. Well, I always get long on these videos. Always get long on these videos. So I'm going to shut it down here. But thanks again for watching if you got this far. And hope all is well with you. God bless.